Hey y'all, long time no see. So I've gotten quite a few calls, texts, messages over the past 4 or 5 days about everything that's been going on. Let me just say that yes, Villain has been with John. He was there. He drove her to pick up Billy from me. Stewie knew who he was when they pulled up because I specifically told Stewie, hey, isn't that John? He was inside of Dunkin' 10 minutes. That was the first 10 minutes after they arrived getting coffee. The rest of the time he hung out with us. He was on the phone, like right there standing behind Villain, or either he was interacting with us. We actually talked about purchasing Nicole's house because she owed back taxes on it just so we could bulldoze it, like the dump that it is. So yeah, Stewie was well aware of who he was, and Villain had even introduced him. But again, nobody cares who Villain dates, screws, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that she's holding a restraining order over this man's head while still having him in her life and then lying about it. But I figured out what a liar Villain was when she continuously lied on me. She put out that I was had been charged with fraud for a $20,000 PPP loan. Lie. That was a 50-something-year-old man in Kentucky with my name, just the first and last name, that owned a trucking company in Stearns, Kentucky. A Google search will prove that. She also lied and said I blackmailed my ex from now 6 years ago into apologizing to me. I absolutely did not. He has actually reached out to me almost every day since that event. He tried to tell Villain that he was sorry and apologized to her, that he said all of that, including with JJ and Nicole, out of spite and out of anger, because he thought that I was taking Carly away from him. Well, newsflash, she doesn't belong to him. We just happened to be dating when I was pregnant with her. We were actually just good friends before that. And then we started dating when she was a couple of months old. Well, we broke up when she was 2. She's now 7. But I let them maintain some sort of relationship because Boosie loved him. Like, her son rose and set with him. She does not call him daddy. She calls him Brian. So for Villain to say that he's going to, quote, file for custody of my child, he can't. He's just my ex-boyfriend. And it would be pretty fucking bizarre if the court system just allowed any random fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry to go and apply for rights to a child that doesn't belong to them. But yeah, he did tell her, he did do the right thing even without my knowledge. He tried to tell her, hey, look, I'm sorry, enough is enough. This has gone way too far. This was not my intention. I was just trying to piss her off. He didn't realize the fucking psychos that he was dealing with JJ and Nicole. And he showed me the text messages where JJ threatened to get him fired at his job if he did not say what they wanted him to say about me. I haven't used. I get take-homes from the clinic. Could have been getting them for a long time, but again, in the state of Georgia, if you have Medicaid, you have to pay for said take-homes. So why would I pay for something that I can get for free? But now I do get take-homes because I don't have the time to drive back and forth that far to dose every day. So I've been getting take-homes for quite some time, and I get quite a few days in a row. I go to the clinic twice a week. But again, nobody has time to drive that far every single day for medication when you can just pay X amount of dollars and take it home with you for X amount of days in a row. There's a lot that needs to be said. Again, for those in the back, I told everyone about my past in January of 2025. It was not news that I used to be an escort. Even Boss Liar told you guys that everything that she found on me in regards to escorting was several years old. There was nothing current. That she was telling the fucking truth about. I have audio recordings of JJ bragging about sending the person to my house. So, Boss Liar, I do apologize to you for that. It wasn't you that sent the man. It was JJ. And then I have recordings of her saying she was going to do it again. But, again, the feds will handle Nicole and JJ. Nicole, I didn't show up to court, honey, because it wasn't worth my time driving up there and wasting 6 hours for a restraining order that you weren't going to adhere to anyway. The judge had already said in the first court hearing with Boss Liar that because there is a federal investigation, there was really nothing she could do. For one, you guys don't even live here. For two, Georgia is not going to pay to come and extradite you guys. For three, being the fact that there is a federal investigation, her hands were tied. She gave me a restraining order. That was my sole purpose for local charges. I've said that from the beginning because my restraining order was denied initially because I did not reside with the people that I was trying to get the restraining order against. But Anna, you recorded that court hearing, honey, so rather than tell about it, why don't you upload it? Because the judge called you out, what, in excess of 10, 15, 20 times because she knew you were lying. You know, just like you said that you don't go by Boss Lady on TikTok, that you've never gone by Boss Lady on TikTok, that you go by your favorite Boss Lady. And when people say Boss Lady, they're not talking about you or about how the videos that you have showing your fucking face, you said that wasn't you either, right? But let us not forget how you played stupid with the judge and claimed you didn't know how to turn your camera on, when really it was because you had JJ and Kirsten on three-way and you were recording it. And the judge told you that if she found out that you uploaded said hearing to the internet or found out that you were recording or had someone listening in, that the next court hearing you would be required to show up in person. So you can quit acting like court that day went your way, honey, because it didn't. It did not. The judge had enough of your fucking bald-faced lies, honey boo-boo. So if you're going to tell it, tell the truth. Or again, don't even say shit. Upload the recording. Upload the recording. And I implore any of you who are curious about that, you can file for transcripts. You can get the transcripts of that day's court hearing very easily. And you'll see all the lies that she told. Blatant fucking lies that she told at that. It was quite funny. She said that Shelly and I knew each other from something about a fucking cat. I had never met Shelly or seen Shelly a day before in my life until that day. Ever. But you know what? I dropped those fucking charges against Shelly locally because Shelly did the right fucking thing. So, again, we'll see who comes out laughing. JJ, Nicole, Anna. We'll see who comes out on top. Because it's not going to be you guys, because you're gross. And how a single female follows you guys at all, after all of the nasty, low-down, dirty fucking shit and fabricated bullshit and lies that all of you spew, and the hatred towards women that all of you fucking spew, it's gross. It's disgusting. And how fucking, I guess Stewie just wants to fucking just get in where she fits in, because they did the same shit to her. So, but she's, I mean, I don't fucking get it. I don't understand. It's fucking gross. But, oh, and Villain wrote a letter on their behalf and told them that, tried to tell the judge that everything they did wasn't them. All of that was made up, and I was just trying to find somebody to blame. So that's how truthful your favorite villain is. But, again, I realized that a long time ago when she lied on me. And, you know, it was funny because the reason she turned against me is because I told her, and I quote, "Villain, I don't mind getting you a receipt on the letterhead from my attorney, but my attorney doesn't go on villain time, and neither do I. So you're going to have to wait until he's in his office and I can make an appointment to see him for me to get that to you." And she told me, wow, I can't believe you'd say that to me, and then blocked me because I said that we don't work on her time. But I'm curious about that $250K. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not on the app. I don't give a fuck to be on the app. Johnny's not on the app. He was being attacked the other day because, again, Nicole and JJ are fucking idiots. And they have, I guess, people thinking that Johnny is Villain's John. It's not. And on the replay that I was sent, you can see the comments, and they're constantly saying Mask Guy Johnny is the John with Villain. So he was attacked for 2 days because they